Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Edmund Ironside and we get to hear from Edricus today in Act 4, Scene 1. So Edricus, a couple scenes ago, wrote this letter to Edmund Ironside that he thought was the greatest letter that has ever been written, and he decided, because it's basically asking Edmund for forgiveness. And he decided that this letter needed to be delivered in person, but he wanted to disguise himself as his own servant so that he could sort of suss out how Edmund feels about him without him being so obviously like, I'm Edricus, I'm back asking for forgiveness, that kind of a thing. So he switched clothes with Stitch, and Stitch is having a high old time pretending to be Edricus and being mean to everybody because that's what he thinks Edricus does. And yesterday at the beginning of this Act 4, Scene 1, we heard Edmund read Edricus's letter out loud because Edricus has made it to Edmund's side of the camp, and Edmund read out the letter, which basically said, you know, I heard that I was falling out of favor with you and that you might want to kill me, so like a coward I ran away, but now regretting that choice so desperately, I've come back to ask for forgiveness or ask you to just kill me outright. And so Edmund reads the letter out, and then he turns to all of his lords and he's like, you know, what would you think, like, what would you say to this guy if it was Edricus right here, right now? And Edmund's cohort is like, you know, that couldn't be him, that couldn't be him. Edmund goes over and rips off, I believe the stage direction says, rips the felt off of Edricus's face. So I'm imagining a fake beard, and he just goes and tears it off and is like, haha, I can tell that you're Edricus. And Edricus had no idea that his disguise didn't work. So he says, the first part of this monologue is a bit of an aside, but then he will get to speaking to Edmund directly. He says, now, wit or never help. Poor naked truth has taken away suspicion of deceit. I need no art. Art cannot help me now. Then plainly thus, renowned sovereign, I came thus plainly to your majesty, disguised in clown's attire to sound the truth. What opinion, if good or bad, you had of me. And if I found it good, I had determined to bewray myself. If otherwise, I meant with secret speed to leave my native country and to exile myself from England, sailing into Spain, whereas I meant in contemplation, in pilgrimage and prayers for your grace, to end my life. Dramatic much? So Edricus, he has a little freak out at the beginning of this, and he's like, oh crap, he's seeing right through what I was going to do. Like, I can't try to trick him anymore. I have to just speak plainly. So he says, you know, your majesty, Edward, he's like, I came here, you know, he's like, I'll be honest with you. I came here disguised like this so that I could figure out if you thought ill of me or thought well of me. He's like, if you thought well of me, then I would beg to be taken into your good graces. If you thought ill of me, then my plan was to leave England forever and sail to Spain and pray for your goodness, and then also kill myself. So a little dramatic there. He's very much on, keeps reminding Edmund that his own life is on the table. It was either, you know, Edmund, take me back or kill me, and now this is either Edmund, like me, or I'm going to go off to another country and kill myself. But before Edmund can respond, a messenger comes in and is going to have one heck of a monologue tomorrow. So come on back for that. I'll see you then. Mwah.